Hello and welcome back to your ESPN2 Local Sports Break.
The Elon Phoenix Weekly is brought to you by the students of the Elon School of Communications in collaboration with the athletes, coaches, and staff of Elon Athletics.
At the end of every season, graduating seniors say goodbye to the field and to their teams. In this week's Now That It's Over, we take a look down memory lane with men's soccer's Brad Franks and volleyball's Sarah Schermerhorn.
My name is Brad Franks.
I am Sarah Schermerhorn.
I played men's soccer here at Elon.
I play volleyball.
I'm from Medford, New Jersey.
And I'm from Colfax, North Carolina.
When I first started playing, I was probably 4 or 5.
My whole family was a tennis family. Everybody played tennis. I played tennis up until, I guess, 13, 14.
I think my mom was my coach in mini munchkins, and
I just didn't want to follow in anybody's footsteps, so I tried out for volleyball in 8th grade and luckily made the team.
I had a little bit of a problem staying on my feet when I was that age. I was always falling down and stuff.
And then I guess what kind of got me really loving the sport, there was one turning point, I guess it was in 8th grade. Looking back, it probably not that cool of a play, but I just remember making a really cool save during one of the matches, and I was like, this is pretty cool.
I had older brothers and was always around them and went to practice and tried to join in whenever I could. Being around it all the time with my older brothers, I was a little bit annoyed that it wasn't serious enough for me because they were playing so competitively, so I took it a little bit more serious than everyone.
I don't know, I guess I would just say the adrenaline that gets flowing in a game is just something that really draws me to sports in general, but especially volleyball.
Every kid's dream is to play professionally, no matter what sport it is or what they're doing. So I think I didn't really know what college was about and where you had to go to get there, but you know, you always, growing up, you should have that goal to play in college and play at different levels.
And those goals were fulfilled by Franks and Schermerhorn when they came to play at Elon University.
All right, so coming in to Elon, it's a huge change coming from your club sport, your high school, that sort of thing, into a new coaching, totally different players that you have I mean, I knew one other girl on my team when I first got here.
My freshman year, the pace was a little bit much for me, and I struggled at first to get on the field.
So I guess the first milestone in coming in is just, figuring out what everything's about. Preseason, you've got these 3 weeks with a totally new group of girls, a new environment.
I played against my brother. That was a nervous game because they were, at the time, were #1 in the country. I knew everyone on that team, probably better than I knew my own teammates at that point.
Knew everything, so that's just kind of a big milestone that I think everybody has to overcome. And then you kind of are a part of the team at that point.
By the end of the year, I finally found my niche and was able to play.
After establishing their roles on the field and the court, both seniors found that they were part of a family as they built new relationships with their teammates.
The team here at Elon, it changes every year. So my freshman year was a totally different field than kind of my senior year.
So the team dynamic is just, it's a fun place to be. When we're off the field, we're always together. It's hard, you'd be hard pressed to find a guy just hanging out by himself.
I thought this year we had a pretty good mix. We all get along really well. It's just kind of like your second family. I mean, I feel like a lot of people say that about their teams, but it really is. We all get along, we hang out all the time.
And that's one of the things that drew me to here. There's always the banter and people, joking with each other and on and off the field. And I'm usually one to start the jokes and trying to get people going, wind them up as much as possible. I think I'm usually at the center of everything going on, which is good and bad.
As game time arrives, however, the joking is put aside, and our athletes must find a way to put on their game faces.
Being part of an Elon sports team, I mean, there's a sense of pride. I mean, you get a chance to play and represent the school that you went to.
Waiting for the game, you've got the scouting report, you know what's going on, and then you get to the locker room and then you have to wait around. And that's the thing I hate most about it, because all you want to do is play and get out there.
They call up the lineups, which again, you're just ready to go. They're calling names, you're like, let's speed this up, and then you hear the national anthem and you're like, I hope it's kind of a fast national anthem. You have some that drag on, but by the end you're ready to go, and when you start the game, it's here, it's time to play, and I'm usually ready by that point.
I love playing, under the lights at night in front of the whole school. You represent not just your team or yourself or your family, but you represent the whole school, which is something special about it. And I think that's just an experience that I was fortunate enough to have and something that I'll remember forever.
With the end of the fall season, however, every senior athlete must take off the Elon jersey and pursue the next step.
My future plans. Right now, I'm undecided. Major in economics. I'm kind of have my options open, but I'm coaching a club team. They love playing the game, and there are a few that are uncommitted right now that are really looking to play, and it's just you just find that love and you just want to keep pursuing it.
I graduated a semester early in December, so I'm here trying to get fit and get ready for preseason and hopefully get a contract, and then after that possibly coach or get into college athletics or something. I really don't know. It still hasn't sunk in that I'm graduated, and I'm trying to put off having to be a real person for a little while.
Before they moved on, Schermerhorn and Franks took the time to remember the highlights of their Elon athletic careers.
I think you remember the people a lot, and sharing those times on the court and competing and training and just getting better at the things we love to do, play volleyball.
The relationships that I built, that's the things that I'll remember most about being here. And it's a special place here at Elon, and the team was such a good team and such a good group of guys, and I think the relationships are definitely what's going to be the best memory for me.
And of course, there are certain wins that come to mind when you think back, winning the North Division. Just different things just will start popping in your mind, but overall I think a lot of faces pop in your mind too, and just support from your family, support from your coaches and your teammates, and just that bond that you formed with those people, and then just sharing those times when you competed and had fun. And
for the rest of my life, I'll always come back to this team and have that special relationship with the program, whether it be 30 years down the road. I'll still have that tie and still feel like this is my home and this is who I belong to, is the men's soccer program.